do. The law specifically gives us a set of processes that we have to follow. So if we do encounter a U.S. person, incidentally, in the course of our collection, we ask ourselves several questions. Number one, are we looking at potential criminal activity? If we do that, we have a requirement to report or to inform the Department of Justice and the FBI, and they make the determination if it's illegal or not. Is there anything in this conversation that would lead us to believe that we're talking about harm to individuals? In that case, we do report. If we think we're dealing with something that is criminal or there's harm to individuals, we report it. Other than that, unless there is a valid intelligence purpose, depending on the authority, in the case of 702, we specifically purge the data. We remove it. We don't put it into our holdings. If we don't assess the intelligence value and it's a U.S. person, we have to purge the data.
Thank you for that. Vice Chair.
We have facts that there were other individuals that were aware of the call that was made to you, aware of the substance of that call, and that there was a memo prepared. Do you comment at all?
I stand by the comments that I made to you today.
So you confirm the existence of the memo.
I stand by the comments I made to you today.
I think it could be essential, Chairman, to an individual sort of as well with great distinction, who's no longer a member of the administration, has a chance to relay his version of those facts. Again, I understand your position, but I hope you'll also understand the enormous need the American public to know. You've got the administration saying there's no there there, we have these reports, and yet we can't get confirmation. I want to go to you, Director Coates. When you appeared before SASC, you said, and I quote, "If called before the investigative committee, I certainly provide them with what I know and what I don't know." I have great respect for you. You served on this committee. I remember as well when we confirmed you, and I was proud to support your confirmation. You said that you would cooperate with this committee in any aspects that we request of the Russia investigation. We now have press reports, and you can lay them the rest if they're not true. But SASC, if brought before the investigative committee, you would, quote, "certainly provide them with what I know and what I don't know." We are before that investigative committee.
Well, I stand by my previous statement that we are in a public session here, and I do not feel that it's appropriate for me to address confidential information. Most of the information I've shared with the President obviously is directed toward intelligence matters during our oval briefings every morning at the White House, or most mornings with both the President and I. And my belief that it's inappropriate for me to share that with the public.
Gentlemen, I respect all of your service, and I understand and respect your commitment to the administration you're serving. We will have to bring forward that other individual about whether the existence of the memo that may document some of the facts that took place in the conversation between the absolute need to know. They're wondering what's going on. They're wondering what type of activities. We see this pattern that without confirmation or denial, the American public deserves to get the answers to these questions. Thank you, Mr.
Well,
President.
Senator, I would like to respond to that if I could. First of all, I told you, I committed to the committee that I would be available to testify before the committee. I don't think this is the appropriate venue to do this in, given that this is an open hearing and a lot of confidential information relative to intelligence or other matters. I just don't feel it's appropriate for me to do that in this situation. And then secondly, when I was asked yesterday to respond to a piece that I was told was going to be written and printed in the Washington Post this morning, my response to that was in my time of service, which is interacting with the President of the United States.
And again, at least in terms of the conversation with Admiral Rogers, I think we will get at least another individual's version, but at some point, these facts have to come out. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Senator Director Coates and Admiral Rogers for your testimony, and with all due respect to your colleague from Virginia, I think you have cleared up substantially your testimony that you have never been pressured